Welcome to the Calcutta Races Season 2021 Christmas Meeting, second day, Saturday, 5th December 2020. The race preview. The first race we are looking at is Beat the Distance Handicap for horses rated 1 to 26 to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. First runner we are looking at is Abenaki. Abenaki was a winner in its last start, where Abenaki was made it a start to finish affair. Then there was a cavalry charge. However, Abenaki held on by about a length from Bambini Festa, and Abenaki is by Chevalier out of Abdicate. Next we are looking at two runners here. Firstly, number 2, the Hound. The Hound is dandified out of Diamond Zip, had one run where it was slow to begin and then raced in 10th spot, last of 10 runners as they entered the home straight, then finished on 8th. We also had number 4, Bay Crush. Bay Crush was racing in 8th spot, fell back and finished on 9th of 10 runners. The winner here was Zoya. Finally, we are looking at number 3, Elusive Wave. Elusive Wave has had 5 starts in the winter season. Its best 2 starts were in race number 59, where it finished on 4th over 2000 meters. Then another race where it finished on 4th was race number 111, again over 2000 meters. In its last start, Elusive Wave was racing in front, but when asked for an effort, dropped back through the field, finished on 6th of 6 runners. The winner here was Artis Royale. We move on to the second race of the afternoon, the Royal Double Handicap, to be run over a distance of 1100 meters for horses rated in class 5. The first runner we are looking at is number 1, Beowulf. Beowulf had placed in its earlier 2 starts 4th in race number 84, where it finished on 4th, again finished on 4th in race number 107. In this race, Beowulf was racing in 4th spot. Then when asked for an effort, it met with some interference and finished on 12th of 14 runners. The winner here was Phoenicia Mist. Next we have 2 runners. We are looking at 3 runners in fact. Number 2, Stelvio Pass. In the opening day, Stelvio Pass was racing in 3rd spot, then weakened to finish on 8th. We also had number 3, Abelson, who was in a forward position as they entered the home straight and then weakened and finished on 6th. We also had number 5, Knight of Thunder. Knight of Thunder was racing in 4th spot, then when asked for an effort, didn't have much to offer, finished on 4th. The winner here was Astral Star, who came up with a very late run and got that race close home. Next we are looking at Dothraki. Dothraki has had 4 starts. Its best start was its last start, where it stepped down to the minimum distance in Calcutta, which is 1100 meters, where Dothraki was racing in 3rd spot. And then there was a duel between Phoenicia Mist and Coach Jester, where Dothraki had to settle for 3rd spot, almost a distance from the winner. Next we're looking at number 7, Glendower. Glendower was a winner in race number 65 over 1400 meters. In its next start in race number 102, it finished on 3rd. In its last start, Glendower was racing in 7th spot as they entered the home straight. Then for a while looked good, but then was beaten close home by Pep Talk, who took charge into the last 50 meters, and Glendower fell short by a short neck. Next we are looking at 2 runners. Number 8 is Optimum. Optimum was racing in 6th spot as they entered the home straight. Did not make any impression, even though was produced on the wide outside. Finished on 6th of 12 runners. And the same race we had number 9, Buddy Holly. Buddy Holly was slow to begin in this race. Raced in the wrong end of the field. Finished on 11th of 12 runners. The winner here was It's a Mukau. We move on to the third race of the afternoon, the Relevance Handicap for horses rated 21 to 46 to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. The first runner we are looking at is number 1, Rush for Gold. After winning a race in the last start in the winter season on opening day, Rush for Gold was racing in a forward position towards the inside in the red and white jacket. However, when asked for an effort, Rush for Gold fell back and finished on 9th of 10 runners. The winner here was Phoenicia Mist. Next up, we're looking at number 2, VIAREGGIO. VIAREGGIO was a winner in its first start in the winter season in the 2019, where it won the first race over 1200 meters. In its next start, VIAREGGIO was racing in 6th spot. then came up with a run in the blanket finish and then fell short and finished on 5th of 8 runners, and it was reported that VIAREGGIO had burst of blood vessel. Next, we're looking at number 3, Whispering Grass. Satchfield out of Willow Point has been very consistent. Was a winner in race number 10 in the monsoon season. Since then, has placed in couple of starts in race number 14 and race number 81. In its last start, Whispering Grass was racing in second last spot as they entered the home straight. Then came up with a late run towards the inside and finished on 4th to Lumos. We're looking at number 4, Accor Racer in race number 3 in the opening day, where Accor Racer was travelling in 10th spot as they entered the home straight, weakened to finish 13 of 14 runners. And we also had number 7, which is Script. Script was racing in 8th spot, weakened to finish on 10th. And we also have number 9, which is Brilliant Gold. Brilliant Gold was racing in 11th spot, made some progress, finished on 6th of 14 runners. The winner here was Violin. Number 6 is Dornish in race number 113, the one we are looking at here. Dornish was taking up much stronger contenders over 1600 meters after winning in race number 84 over 1100 meters and finishing on second in its next start over 1100 meters. Here Dornish was really outclassed and finished on 9th of 9 runners. The winner here was Black Pearl. We are looking at number 8, Hoodson in race number 157, where Hoodson went over 1600 meters. It raced in the wrong end of the field. It didn't make much of an impression. However, Hoodson was a winner in race number 58 over 1600 meters, and then it completed an encore by going over 2400 meters over in race number 95, where it won that race by a head. Lastly, we are looking at number 10, Beat the Bank. Beat the Bank was a winner in race number 39 over 1200 meters. In his next start over 1400 meters, Beat the Bank finished on 4th. The run we are looking at here, Beat the Bank, was travelling in 4th spot and when asked for an effort, made some forward move and then finished on 3rd of 9 runners. The winner here was Excelsior. We are looking at number 11, Mystic Star. Mystic Star on debut ran 11th of 11 runners. Next start showed remarkable improvement, where in race number 149, Mystic Star was racing in a forward position, and when the race came to a boil, Mystic Star settled for 3rd spot behind ASOS, about 3 lengths from the winner. We move on to number 12, YAHALLA. YAHALLA only start in race number 130, where YAHALLA was racing in 5th spot as they entered the home straight. Came up down the center in the white and red S, and then challenged for 2nd spot and then fell short by 3/4 of a length and finished on 3rd. The winner here was Phoenicia's Miss, who won that race by about 6 lengths. We move on to the 4th race of the afternoon for horses rated 61 to 86 over 1100 meters. The first runner we are looking at is number 1, Surf Romance, Surf Rider out of Romantic Quest. Surf Romance was a winner in race number 82 over 1200 meters. In its next start, it went over 1400 meters, finished on 5th. Again, it went over 1200 meters, finished on 3rd in race number 123. And its last start in race number 144, Surf Romance finished on 5th behind New Moon in a blanket finish. We have 3 runners we are looking at. Number 2, Sullivan. Sullivan won back-to-back starts in race number 108 over 1100 meters. Then in race number 129, it won over 1200 meters. In its last start, Sullivan was locked in a ding-dong battle all through the straight into the last 100 meters. But even though it gave a mighty fight, it fell short by a long neck to Castlebridge. We also had number 3, Namak Halal, was ever so consistent in the winter season, winning 3 out of 5 races, placing another 2. Namak Halal finished on 6th over here. We also had number 6, Gorish, who finished on 3rd to Castlebridge. We have number 4, Kilkari Bridge. Kilkari Bridge came down from Western India and it had 1 run, and where it finished on 6th to Namak Halal. And Kilkari Bridge is by Strong Suit by Sail by Ross. And Kilkari Bridge has placed in a couple of starts in this Bombay season. Next we are looking at number 5, Abhay Gama. Abhay Gama had placed fourth in the 2000 guineas. Then it won couple of handicap races. Then in its last start in the Sun Ledger, Abhay made most of the running till the last 600 meters where it gave over the baton to stablemate, and then Abhay settled for fourth spot behind the eventual winner, which was Shivalik Sight. We're looking at number 7, Dil Mange More, Samed out of Bold and Classy. Dil Mange was a winner in its first outing in the winter season over 1200 meters. Since then has had 3 placed effort. In his last start, Dil Mange More, running in the black and white colors, was racing down the center, almost challenged for the lead but fell short by about length and a quarter. We move on to the 5th race of the afternoon for horses rated 21 to 46 over 1400 meters for 3-year-olds only. First runner we're looking at is number 1, Gold Ray, strong suit out of Goodness Gracious, where Gold Ray had 3 runs. In its last start, Gold Ray had an average outing where it finished on 8th. However, earlier on, Gold Ray has finished on 2nd in race number 84 over 1100 meters behind Dornish. Next up, we're looking at number 4, Adornica. Adornica is Setchfield out of Another Star. Opening race, it ran in 7th spot, 7 of 7 behind Coach Jester. And in its next outing, Adornica was racing in the wrong end of the field. However, Adornica came up with a run towards the inside and secured safe place money, where it finished on 3rd to Ghost, and Ghost has subsequently won again. Number 5 is Cliffhanger, top class out of Lady Escort. Cliffhanger, has run 3 times. In its first start, it finished on 4th over 1400 meters, and then it was unplaced in a million race in next outing behind Black Pearl. In its next start again, it ran behind Black Pearl and finished on 8th of 9 runners. Lastly, we're looking at number 7 in the Indicator. The Indicator has had 3 starts and has been off-board on all 3 starts, and the Indicator is by Crimson China out of Bruta Ekavita, and the Indicator is going over 1400 meters again. We move on to the 6th race of the afternoon, the Mayfowl Cup, the feature race of the day for horses 4-year-olds and over 1400 meters. The first runners we are looking at is number 2, Shivans, who was the eventual winner, and Shivans had drifted out alarmingly, but the jockey rode out the drift and Shivans won that race by a length and a half. We also had number 3, Prince Satusma, who was earlier called Ace Ace Ace, and over here, after coming down from Hyderabad in its first start, finished on 4th after racing in 2nd spot for most of the way. And we also had number 4, New England, who had finished on 3rd behind the eventual winner Shivans. Next up, we're looking at number 5, Amorous White. Amorous White has the benefit of the run on opening day, where it finished on 3rd behind Lesril, and Amorous White has been on very consistent in its earlier start. And then we also have number 8, which is Sweet Music. Sweet Music also has a benefit of the run in the same race, where it finished on 4th to Lesril, and next we are looking at number 6, New Moon. New Moon came down from southern India, and in earlier start, New Moon won in race number 87 over 1600 meters. In its last start, New Moon in the white and blue jacket with the red cap, New Moon fought on with Rick Ware and won that race close home by a neck. And New Moon is by Dean's Kitten out of Atmosphere. Next up, we're looking at number 7, Hartnell. Hartnell, after winning in race number 48 over 2000 meters, Hartnell went over 2200 meters, where it finished on 3rd to Arrowfield. In its next start, the one we are looking at here in race number 127, Hartnell was racing in 3rd spot. When asked for an effort, Hartnell fell through the field and finished on 9th of 9 runners behind Arrowfield. We move on to the 7th and last race of the day, the Punter's Delight Handicap, a Class 3 affair over 1400 meters. Firstly, we are looking at 3 runners. Number 1, Foolproof. Foolproof is by Abbey Side out of Missoni, and Foolproof was racing in the wrong end of the field, finished on 10th of 10 runners. We also had number 4, Kudagra. Kudagra finished on 4th. And we also had number 8, which is Eastern Crown. Eastern Crown finished on 8th of 10 runners. And Eastern Crown had finished on board in a couple of starts earlier in the winter season. Next, we are looking at Louboutin. Louboutin has a benefit of run in race number 4, where it was racing in 4th spot. Then Weekend finished on 5th. Earlier in the winter season, Louboutin had completed back-to-back victories over 1400 meters. First in race number 81, where it beat Whispering Grass, and next it beat Cliffs of Capri over 1400 meters. Next, we're looking at number 3, Big Star. Big Star is Western Aristocrat out of Knockenduff, and Big Star has been off board in all 5 starts, and in this race was racing in 5th spot as they entered the home straight. Then Weekend finished on 6th of 7 runners. The winner here was Louboutin. Next, we are looking at number 5, Communique. Communique was a winner in 2 starts. First in race number 21 over 1400 meters, and next in race number 91 again over 1400 meters, beating Appalachia. Subsequently, Communique has been off board in both of its starts. In its last start, it finished 8th of 8 runners behind Appalachia, almost 8 lengths from the winner. We're looking at number 6, Summer Air, Phoenix Tower out of Musical Note. In its last start, Summer Air was racing in 10th spot, looked practically out of it, raced on the outer rails, and you can't see Summer Air until the last 50 meters when it comes down like a blazing arrow and gets that race very close home, and won that race by about a length to San Remo. Next, we're looking at number 7, Excelsior. Excelsior was a very comfortable winner in race number 98 over 1400 meters. In its next start, Excelsior was racing in 3rd spot as they entered the home straight. Then Excelsior found a passage through the inside and was looking good for a while, but was in a duel for the last 50 meters with Simply Soaring and fell short by a head. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. See you on YouTube and Facebook Live.